I was 71 when I first touched clay again. My name is Amina Begum, and for most of my life, I was a school teacher in a small village near Multan. I taught hundreds of children how to read and write, but I never taught them about my first love, pottery. You see, when I was a little girl, I used to sit beside my father's wheel as he made the most delicate clay teacups, ones that looked like they could hold the moon. But after his sudden death, my mother burned the kiln. "It's no way to survive," she said. So I forgot the wheel, the clay, and the quiet joy it once gave me. Until last year. It started when my grandson Zion came to visit during summer holidays. Like most children today, he couldn't be parted from his tablet. One evening, I asked him, "Beta, do you know how to make something with your own hands?" He laughed and said, "Of course. I made a robot in a game." I smiled, but something inside me sighed. That night, I went up to the attic, and there in a corner, wrapped in an old shawl, was my father's last wheel, rusted but intact. I stared at it for a long time, and then I brought it downstairs. I didn't remember much. My fingers were stiff, my wrists ached. The clay slipped between my hands, but I kept going. Every day after my Fajr prayer, I sat at that wheel. My first cup was crooked, the second collapsed, but the third stood like a promise. Zion started watching me, then asking questions. Then he made one himself. It was terrible, and we laughed. Soon, the neighbor's daughter came over. "Can you teach me?" she asked. Then her friend. Then her mother. Within weeks, I was teaching a full class in my garden every Friday. We called it the Clay Circle. Young girls, old women, retired men. They came with broken hearts, with stress, with silence. But somehow, the clay spoke to us all. It didn't matter that our hands trembled. What mattered was that they moved. And that's when I realized retirement is not the end of work. It's the start of your work. Not the world's, not society's, yours. You don't need a job to have purpose. You don't need to be busy to be useful. You just need to remember what gave your heart a voice. Then follow it. Today, we've donated over 300 handmade cups to a local shelter. Zion now teaches pottery at his school. And me? I still wake up before sunrise, sip chai from a misshaped cup, and thank Allah for a second chance to live my father's dream in my own way. My dear listener, if you think you're too old to begin, remember this. The clay does not ask how old the hands are, only how honest. You're not retired, you're re-inspired.